the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Well, I'm back to saying fall is here instead of saying, well, winter came a little bit early. I'm just glad it just visited for a brief period of time. Stephen was out busy checking some looks, some pictures of some the Oologah Lake. He was checking around today, had the afternoon off. And so we do have some colors that are showing up, but we do have a little bit of an issue. Had a friend that called me and said, hey, you've been saying Northwest Arkansas is at peak. We were just there today, and we went to a couple overlooks, and it's like 5–10% color. So it's not peaking yet. And we do have it closing in on peaking as we go through this next week. So again, if you're planning on going, there's still a lot of green, not a whole lot of color. So that's still happening. So we still have a little bit to go before we're peaking out. And we're a little bit later than normal, probably about 10 days. It's about 1 to 2 weeks slower than normal. One thing that just won't go away is the drought. And again, it's if you're north and west of Tulsa, you're like, man, why does this have to keep on going? But anyway, just to give you an idea, one of the lakes, Copan, is 7 feet below normal. It's been that way. We've had water restrictions going on around Copan to north of Bartlesville, and it has a smaller watershed area compared to what Hula has, and that goes way back up into Kansas. So there's a little bit more water that can drain in Hula. Hula's down a little bit, but it's Copan that we are really concerned about. And then you have the Little Caney River that goes into it, and this is near the water intake, and there's no water flowing. There's just no water, and so that's why we got to find some heavy rains to get that water flowing again and start filling up the lake. Meantime, it is getting a little bit cooler, but it's also going to get a little bit darker fast, but that's going to be on Sunday. So the next nights, we had 627 earlier tonight for sunset, 626 tomorrow night, 625 Saturday night, and then all of a sudden, boom, then we fall back on Sunday, and that means at 5:24 and 5:23 for Sunday night and Monday night. As we say we lose an hour, we still have an hour gained in the morning for those of you who want that in the morning. So you're going to be happy. 52 current temperature. South wind at 17. It's a chilly breeze at 44% humidity. Most of the metros hanging the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. And that's pretty much a similar story across the entire state. Very uniform temperatures tonight. As we go through tonight and tomorrow morning, not as cold. And for those of you in Grove that were at 21, you're going to be able to not have to worry about that as much. You'll be right around 38 to 40. Speaking to one of my friends up there, David Payne, and we're looking at temperatures that are going to be ranging in the afternoon on up into the area of generally the upper 60s. Should be a beautiful Friday afternoon. That sets us up great for Friday night football games. Will be a little breezy, so there's a chill, but it's a great way to end compared to last Friday night. If you remember, that didn't turn out so well. Game day forecast will be in the 60s. Some clouds are on the increase in Stillwater. That's the only thing. It's probably going to keep it a little bit cooler. Here in Tulsa, we have a few more rays of sun, so it'll be just a tad bit warmer for the Tulsa game. But again, if you're heading out Stillwater, at least the winds aren't real strong, and that's really good weather. Weekend events, ton of weekend events still going on. Have an opportunity to go out and enjoy some of those, including Buffalo Days Festival going on out at Pawhuska. So Saturday afternoon, generally low 70s, but a few clouds could come in, knock temperatures down the 60s, and your Sunday forecast in the 70s. Great looking weekend overall. We just have a few clouds, maybe Saturday afternoon could mess with us just a tad bit. 42 as we look at tomorrow morning. That's chilly. To some folks, that's just plain cold. But by the time we get to noon, we're already at 60, and we're in the upper 60s in the afternoon for the final weekend of high school football regular season action. That's not too bad if we can get the winds to calm down the evening, which is the plan. And then the weekend looks great. And then we have a couple cool fronts coming in. The next cold front coming in sometime Wednesday and Thursday is going to be a cold one, but that's expected this time of year. So right now, 2 thumbs up.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Very nice.